Have you ever felt like this when you have lots of work to do and then you begin? Just begin. You simply open your book, find out the chapter, and very determined that you are going to study everything sincerely. But then you realize that tomorrow is your class test. Oof, struggling with almost everything. Then you are so much tense that you won't be able to find the chapter. And when you find it, it's but that's not done. Now your mind says, "Kitna padna hai yaar?" No, there is no time to die. Breathe in, breathe out. But guess what? Nothing much changes. Hey everyone, it's me Garima. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share some very effective study tips to score good marks. There are a number of study tips out there, but I am particularly going to talk about those which I have actually experienced during my past years of learning, and they have shown significant results. Tip number 1. Always be an attentive listener. When you start a new chapter, first of all, you are going to understand it, either through school teacher or tuition teacher or YouTube or from anywhere. But while you are understanding the concept, you need to listen each and everything very attentively. Also, if possible, please make the habit of writing the running notes. Now, I know what you're going to say. First, write the running notes, then convert them into the fair notes. On the top of it, write the question answers. इतना सब नहीं करने वाले हम. I agree this fact. You will realize the importance of the running notes during exams. When you will just recall some minute details, they will just suddenly pop up in your mind. And for present time, this step is a must. It's really must, because like in earlier times, there used to be the physical interaction between you and teachers. So you had this fear in your mind that teacher is watching you, so you need to pay attention in your class. You just can't simply see out of the window. But now nobody is watching you. So you either sleep, you dance, you sing, you listen to songs, or you play PUBG, 4G, or any game. Nobody is watching you. So you can just simply go on what you want to do. You're enjoying this, but this is actually a great loss for you. You will manage to get some good marks, but you will make this process very complicated. Tip number 2 is self-study, which is very important. It doesn't matter how many times you attend the lecture or watch the same content again and again, until and unless you are not doing self-study. Now let me make it clear, as the name suggests, self-study, there is nobody who is going to explain you anything, no video, nothing. Only you and your books. Now the question comes, what to do basically in self-studying? Now I do it in 2 steps. Step number 1 is revising. Whatever notes you have made till now, you simply need to go through all of them. Simply read it, just revise all the concepts. Step number 2 is explaining it to yourself, or I should say teach it to yourself. This is where the mind shift happens. Now when you read the content, not just to learn it or to grasp it, but you want to explain it, the facts or the information gets into the deeper layer in your subconscious mind, and then there is very less chance of forgetting it. And if you're not comfortable in just like teaching to yourself, find your pillow, bed, phone, laptop, pen, anything, and just you try to explain the formulas or the concepts, and then you see the shift which happens. And if you find all this crazy, then just call any of your friend and tell him or tell her कि मेरे को तेको ये समझाना है, शांति से सुन. Tip number 3 is Pomodoro technique. Now for those who don't know this, I will try to explain in simple terms. This technique basically says that after every 25 minutes of studying, you should take a 5 minutes break. Now understand this. The 25 minutes which you are going to study, they are very important, as you are going to give 100% focus, not a single distraction. For these 25 minutes, you need to set a particular target that anyhow in these 25 minutes you need to complete this particular topic. Now this basically instills a sense of emergency in your mind. You remember your exam times when teacher used to say, but only 5 minutes are left, and then automatically your speed of writing increases, you are able to remember the concepts, everything just happens on its own, because you know the emergency is there. After 5 minutes, it crashed away from you, and then you can't do anything. Just like that, in those 25 minutes, you need to give your 100% to complete that particular topic, and with that sense of emergency, you will be able to do it. Now comes this 5 minutes break. This break is also very important because you are not going to open any social media. Yes, if you do that, then those 5 minutes are not just 5 minutes, they will go on and on and on. And even if you are like so determined, no, only 5 minutes, then also it will distract you. For the next span of the 25 minutes, you won't be able to give your 100%. Now the question comes in, what should we do in those 5 minutes? You need to relax. You don't need distractions at that time. Either you simply drink water, you see out of the window, you just close your eyes and sit, you listen to your favorite music, that's fine. Give your a relaxation wala break, not a distraction wala break. And then after just 5 minutes, you need to come back for the next 25 minutes target, which anyhow you are going to complete. And if you are going to do this process 4 times, then you have completed the 2 hours of studying. And these 2 hours were not just 2 घंटे या सिर्फ 2 घंटे, they were very effective 2 घंटे. So don't focus on the number of hours, just focus how much effective you are studying, how much concentrated are you in your studies. Now this is going to give you very amazing results if you follow it specifically. Garima, I'm thak gaya tips sun ke. Extremely sorry, but I will continue. 2 very important tips are left, sun lo na yaar. So here we go for the tip number 4. It is to make your to-do study list. So once you are going to start making your to-do study list, sometimes you will feel it is never ending. So make sure that you restrict it to some 10 or 12 numbers, because I don't think so more than that you can complete in just 24 hours. Now the question comes from where to begin, because I'm having n number of things incomplete and the class tests are there, many things are there. So that's where the main thing comes to prioritize. I'm going to give the priority 1 to the urgent thing. For example, if tomorrow is your notebook submission, then it should have the first priority. You have completed out of those your 10 things which you need to do in your to-do study list. 5 things you have already completed as they were very urgent. Now you're left with these 5. Then you can just prioritize it as per your mood. That is not going to matter that much, as you have already completed your urgent things. Also, many of you are not able to complete the things just like me, then don't worry, transfer it to the next day, and your tomorrow's to-do list will increase. So make sure that you are not just keep on increasing the to-do list and actually doing the things and giving the tick mark over there. That's really helpful. तो फाइनली वो घड़ी आ चुकी है जिसका आपको बरसों से इंतज़ार था. लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, tip number 5. So this tip has no name, as it is a bunch of tips including exercise. Now exercise releases the powerful cocktail of hormones which makes your brain very active and thus helps in studying. Next comes drink more and more water and keep your body hydrated, because it improves your focus level to a great extent. So make sure that you are having a bottle of water with you while studying, which I mostly never have क्योंकि मैं पानी बहुत कम पीती हूँ. The next comes before studying, please fill up your stomach, as when you start studying you don't have the craving to eat something, and so that you can give your 100% to study. I know most of you are very good at multitasking, but do it only when it's necessary or when it's urgent. For example, in my case, I don't want to eat, but I'm not willing to get any scolding from my mom, so I have to eat, but I have to study also. So I need to do this multitasking thing. वैसे खाते खाते पढ़ने का मज़ा ही अलग है. And if you are now very much serious about your studies and you are making this promise to yourself that from now onwards you are going to follow the tips or follow your own tips, I'm not just talking about these tips, okay, or any of the other tips section, because the main motive is to just motivate you and give you some valuable content to change your life. And if that I'm doing, then that's it for me. I hope you are going to find these tips useful. That's me. Garima signing off. Meet you all in the next video. Maybe soon, maybe not soon.